A warm welcome to Skill Sprint session 47. Skill Sprint is all about learning one powerful skill at a time, something practical, meaningful, and easy to apply in our daily lives. Today's session is another step in that journey, helping us upgrade ourselves both personally and professionally. It is a privilege to introduce our trainer for today. She is an independent and creative professional who brings a rare blend of finance expertise, communication skills, and a passion for teaching. She has completed diverse qualifications, including Certified Financial Planner, Bachelor's in Business Management Studies, diplomas in Digital Marketing, Event Management, and Montessori Teachers Training. Professionally, she has worked with leading organizations like Tomorrow's Wealth, Today's Choice, Sapient Inverse Private Limited, Symphonia Wealth Private Limited, and is the founder of FinWise. Her JCI journey is equally inspiring, from law director to soul trainer, with recognitions such as JCI Effective Public Speaking winner, multiple outstanding director awards, and appreciation for her excellence in various projects. She is known for her strengths in individual development, relationship building, financial freedom, public speaking, and team building. Today, she brings all these expertise to our SkillSprint platform. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming JC Vidhi Vaghela to lead SkillSprint session 47. The session is all yours, ma'am.
Thank you so much for a lovely introduction. So, firstly, I'm very much grateful to be here, and thank you to JCI Triprayar for believing in me and giving me this lovely opportunity. And I'm very much glad to be a part of Skillprint 2025, a super amazing initiative by JC Triprayar, where knowledge is being imparted in various ways on various topics and reaching up to many, many people. So thank you so much. So here we go for our today's topic, abundance awaits, your path to financial freedom. So we all have to understand firstly that wealth flows where clarity and discipline meet. Abundance begins as a mindset before it becomes a reality. And we all feel that prosperity is a possession, what we all must have. But actually, prosperity is not a possession, it's a perspective. So, starting off with a very simple, basic question for me to understand that what do you all understand by the term financial freedom? So, you all have the chat box open to you all. I want you all to fill in the chat box with your responses. When you hear the terms financial freedom, what comes into your mind? What is your definition of financial freedom? What do you understand by financial freedom? There is no right or wrong. I just want your answers so that it can give me a better understanding to deliver the best. Just write it up in the chat box, whatever you feel. Contentment, which is satisfaction. Yes. Enough money so we don't have to think of where money will come. Yes, lovely answer. Having enough money at disposal as and when needed. Buying wants without thinking. Okay. We have unique answers and I'm very happy to read all of them. Yes, some more answers. Stability, independence, lovely. Life moving with our investment. Okay, that's nice. So just summarizing it, many of us or most of the people believe that financial freedom means having enough money to avoid working. But we all need to understand that we all have to work till old age. And a few of us believe that when we retire, we must have a plan to live comfortably. Okay, so we have one more answer, investing intelligently with time. Yes, that is a very smart answer. Smart investment. So, summarizing everything, financial freedom includes financial security, which means the ability to comfortably cover all your living expenses without any financial worry. So, some of you have already given this answer, which is somewhere near and close. Next comes is control and choice. You must have ultimate control over your finances, that where your money is going, and also the freedom to make your own life choices. That is all about financial freedom. Financial freedom also involves a mindset shift, adopting a mindset of financial peace, abundance, and endless possibilities. And we have smart management, last but not the least, because without this, financial freedom is incomplete. Achieved by wisely managing your spending, saving, and investment, not just by high income. So today we all are here to get a clarity on the path of financial freedom. I am not saying that I will impart something new. I'm sure you all out here might be having more experience, more knowledge than me. And many of y'all might already be investing. Many of y'all might already be on the path of financial freedom. But a single problem which we all face is we all know everything. But when it comes to application, when it comes to taking an action, that is where some of us, or in fact, I would say most of us lack. So, JCI has this training platform to make you aware, to remind you of the knowledge you already know so that you can take an action. And that is why, again, I am here to remind you about financial freedom, which you might be already knowing, but you are not taking an action, or you have not yet started on the path of it, or maybe you are already on the path of it, but you have stuck somewhere. So this is all about that. So let us have a short round of KBC. I want you all to put the answer in the chat box. There are 5 questions. First question: what does financial abundance truly mean? A. Having more money than your neighbors. B. Feeling secure, having choices and growing wealth over time. C is spending without thinking. D. Winning the lottery. Okay, so Sitish sir has already given the answer. Okay, so I have all answers B out here, and of course that is the okay. So we have B and C, spending without thinking. Okay, B and C. B, C also. Okay. So I respect all your choices. But the apt answer for this financial abundance, which so the apt answer is B, feeling secure, having choices, and growing wealth over time. So many of you all feel that C is also right, and I totally agree with you all. Financial abundance should give you such a position that you can just spend without thinking. You can shop without even seeing the bills, right? So I think that is where that thinking is taking you, and you are 100% right. I'm not denying the fact. The next question: what is a common characteristic of financially successful people? A. They depend only on luck. B. They gamble often. C. They plan, track, and adjust their finances regularly. Or D. They avoid learning about money. So, yes, please put the answers on your chat box, whatever you feel is correct. So, we have answer C. They plan, track, and adjust their finances regularly. C, C, C. Okay. C, C, yes. Lovely. So, of course, yes, that is the correct answer. Now, I want to know from you all, how many of you all feel that you are financially successful? Just put in a yes or a no. If you feel that you are financially successful, then yes. If you feel no, then no. Yes, no, no. Which means the answer is very clear. I have majority of no. Which means most of y'all don't plan, don't track, don't adjust your finances regularly. And that is why we feel that we are not financially successful. So, to be financially successful, what we need to do is plan, track, and adjust our finances on a regular basis. The next one: what does pay yourself first mean in personal finance? Spend money on yourself before family. Set aside money for savings investments before other expenses. Pay your debts after shopping, or increase your salary every year. So, what do you think pay yourself means in personal finance? We have answer B, answer B. Yes, B, B. Okay, we have A, spend money on yourself before family. Increase the salary, B and D. Increase your salary every year. Okay, lovely. So I very much agree with Faisal. Answer A. You all might be in a shock that why A? Because actually, when you read the statement, you actually feel that answer like yes, pay yourself first means pay for yourself first before the family. But we don't think with the perspective of personal finance. Now, majority of you have given the answer correct, which is answer B. Set aside money for savings and investments before other expenses. But now we need to analyze ourselves. Actually, are we doing that? Are we actually paying ourselves first in the terms of setting aside money? Or are we paying our own expenses first before the family? So, as I had told in the start, wealth comes with clarity. So, first, you all need to get a clarity by analyzing yourself that what we are actually doing. The next one: what is the first step towards achieving financial freedom? Tracking your income and expenses, investing in high risk stocks, buying luxury items, or waiting for a better salary. Yes, please put down your answers in the chat box. We have A, tracking your income and expenses. Yes, lovely. A, 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 A. Okay, that's great. The answer is 100% correct. The first step towards the path of achieving financial freedom is to track your own income and expenses. Now, again comes the question, are we doing that? How many of you all track your income and expenses? You can just raise your hand, or even you can put it in the chat box a yes or a no. How many of us are actually tracking our income and expenses on a regular basis? Yes, that's great. So you have already taken, the ones who are saying a yes, you all have already taken the first step towards achieving the financial freedom. And that's lovely and that's quite impressive. No, track 70% of my expenses. Why? Why 70? Where is that 30% going? When we want to eat food, when we are hungry, do we eat only 70%? No, we eat the entire 100%. Then why do we lag somewhere when it comes to financial freedom? Okay. The last one. Which habit can fast track your journey to wealth? Impulsive buying, avoiding financial planning, relying only on one income source, or consistently monthly saving? So, what do you think? Which habit you must develop so that you can fast track your journey to wealth, to financial freedom? It is all D, consistently monthly saving. That's lovely. Okay, so now how many of y'all are actually consistently monthly saving? When I ask the question about yourself, I see smile on a few participants. Why? Because as I said, we all know everything, we all have the knowledge, but when it comes to application, we lack. We fail to do that somewhere. We don't have time for all of this. So, yes, I have a mixture of yes and no, and that's lovely. Many people are already on the track, and a few of them maybe they have the knowledge, but they are lacking to take an action. So, I hope by this today's small session, I can at least leave an impact that you will take some small action today. So, moving ahead. So, I want any one of the participant to explain me, like, do you know what is GDP? We all know that India ranks fourth in terms of GDP all over the world, and the research says that soon it will rank third. So, what is actually GDP? Is anyone aware? Any of the participant would like to share, if anyone knows, that what do you actually understand by the term GDP? Gross domestic product, that's nice, but that is just the full form. I want an explanation that what does it actually mean in simple terms? Gross domestic production, yes, you are right. Okay, so I'll explain this. So GDP is just understanding in a simple term. All the expenses adds up to GDP. Whatever is being produced in the country, whatever is being consumed in the country, and whatever is being manufactured in the country, everything adds up to GDP. If a country's GDP is high, it means that the country is doing really well. It means that the country is of a growing economy. So the blue line tells us the real GDP of India in the past few years. But GDP is not at all. There comes inflation, the rate at which the prices of each and everything is rising. Yes, which is the red line which is showing. And when the inflation adds up to the real GDP, it actually gives you the nominal GDP, which is the nominal growth. You all analyze your own lifestyle. 20 years back and right now, has your lifestyle upgraded or degraded? I'm sure most of the answers would be upgraded. Yes, ma'am, I can understand the lip sync also. Thank you so much for your active participation. So, our lifestyle has always been upgraded. And what is the reason behind it? Because the India's GDP is growing, increasing. India is growing, economy is growing, products are increasing, lifestyle is increasing. When everything is increasing, how will our lifestyle degrade? So what I'm trying to say that our expenses are never going to stop. Even if our income reduces, even if our income is not rising at the rate of inflation, our expenses and our lifestyle is still growing at a very high rate. And there is no stop to it. And that is where financial freedom becomes a choice. It is not a compulsion, but it is a choice. It is a decision which you all need to take, that after a few years, when my expenses will be rising and when my income will be less, how will I go through those expenses? Because there are certain expenses, there is no end to it. You just cannot stop it. You need those things. So that is where you have to make a choice of financial freedom today itself. So financial freedom is all about letting your money work for you. A point of time in your life when you have to stop working for money and you have to stop running behind money and you have to let your money work for you for your expenses. Now, to achieve that financial freedom, there are two major things what you need to understand. Do you understand where you need to be financially to retire comfortably? You all had given answers that financial freedom means that I want to retire comfortably, that I don't need to earn, I have enough money so that I can go through my retirement phase. But do you know where you need to be financially so that you can retire comfortably? Do you know that where you are now and where you need to get to? Do you know that in a month, how much are you spending right now? Supposedly, you are spending 20,000 a month. So, after 20 years, what will that amount be? Of course, the value of 20,000 is going to increase. And other than that, your lifestyle is also going to increase. So, expenses are going to add on. So, are you aware that after 10 years, how much money will you need every month? And for that requirement, how much you need to invest or set aside today? Ask yourself these questions. And if the answer is no, which means you are still not aware about the starting path of financial freedom. If not, it's time for you to start your own financial planning right away. And how to start, I will give you a little clarity about that. So, budgeting. I am sure most of you already know about this 50-30-20 rule, that out of your income, 50% you should spend on the needs, 30% on the wants, and the 20% on the savings. Friends, if you don't tell your money where to go, it will disappear before you know it. And that's why budgeting isn't just about numbers, it's about the right direction. It's the first step towards financial freedom. A budget gives you a clarity, control, and even confidence. It will help you to understand where your money is leaking out. It will help you to allocate for savings and investments. It will help you to plan for your goals, from vacations to retirement. We have to stop living paycheck to paycheck. Even a simple 50-30-20 rule can change your financial future only and only if you stay consistent. Remember, freedom doesn't come from earning more, it comes from managing better. Start today, track your spending, set limits, stick to them. Because the first step to wealth creation is simply knowing where is your money going. We are unaware that where is my entire monthly income going. We just have a rough estimate, but we don't have the exact figures. And to become financially free, you need to have an exact figure today so that you can retire with an amount of corpus that your retirement phase can go smoothly and comfortably. Savings gives you a financial security, but investing those savings will give you financial freedom. So here we have a clarity between financial security and financial freedom. So we say that set aside your 20% of the income as savings. But with only savings, your money is not going to grow. Savings is going to give you just a security, an emergency fund. But to become financially free, you have to invest those savings somewhere wherein your money will work for you and that money will generate more money for you. Do you all know 7 out of 10 Americans today, they retire on the basis of their social security. When they feel that yes, I have enough investment for my retirement phase, I can retire right now. They don't look at the age, but they retire on the basis of social security. And we all have to follow that path to become financially free. Because financial freedom is not some privilege for the young or the ones who choose. It is a skill, it is a strategy, it is a discipline. And most importantly, it is a decision which we all have to make today. Ask yourself, are you controlling your money or your money is controlling you? Trust me, it does not matter how much you earn. What matters is what you do with your money. Learn to manage even if a little when you want to have more. Because wealth doesn't appear by accident, because wealth is the result of right habits and the right mindset. People believe that financial well being is all about income. We all feel that I'm not an investor, I don't have enough. So I am myself a financial planner. So many a times when I feel that this client needs to now invest more, I will call him that, sir, you must now rebalance your portfolio, just add some investment or something. So most of the times I listen कि I don't have enough funds. जो है वो चलने दो, अभी ज्यादा पैसा नहीं है डालने के लिए. All these are excuses. It's not about not having money. It's about being financially free and developing the right mindset that yes, when inflation is increasing, my lifestyle is increasing, my expenses are increasing, my savings and investments also needs to increase. How can I keep those at par? And financial well being is a matter of decision, a matter of discipline, and most importantly, a matter of long term thinking. It does not matter how old you are. What matters is what decision you take today. Today is a new start, it's a new chance, it's a moment of truth. And if you take responsibility of your own money today, you can change not only your financial future, but your inner state from fear to confidence. We all have that fear of investment. You can change your inner state from lack to abundance, what we all are looking for. Abundance is awaiting for all of us. We all can change from uncertainty to wisdom. We all have to understand that you the master of your finances, or are you a guest in your own bank account? Are you aware where your money is going? If yes, then you are the master. But if you don't know that when your money is coming and when is it going, that you don't have anything remaining for investments, that means that you are a guest of your own bank account. And we don't have to be guests, we have to become the master. So let's make an action plan for you today. There are some strategies of financial freedom which I will give it to you today. Learn to live on 70% of your income. Don't live on 100% of your income and not even 110% of your income. Most of the people do that. Their income is 100%, but their lifestyle, their spending is 110, 120, and so on. We all might have seen such people around us. What we have to do is to become financial free. We must learn to live on 70% of your income. And this habit would be the starting point. It is very simple, but it is very much powerful because financial management is not only about math. This habit will develop a self discipline in you. And the rest of the 30%, you can leave it on savings, investments, a little bit of charity. And when you do this, you actually start behaving like a builder. If you see a builder, when he builds a building, what does he do? He lays a strong foundation for his building. So, similarly, when you start living on 70% of your income, you are laying a very strong foundation, the starting path of your financial freedom. Now, many of us might be feeling that I explained already one more rule, which is 50-30-20 rule. And out there, when we add up needs and wants, it becomes 50 plus 30, which is 80%. So 80% living and 20% saving. And out here, I'm saying that live on 70% only. So if you all feel that gap of 70 to 80, okay, so out there it was 50% needs, 30% wants. Wants means your lifestyle. How much luxury wants you want. So that is a percentage which can differ for each one of y'all. So summing up to minimum 70% you should live on. You can increase or decrease it 5 to 10% here and there, but max to max 70 to 80. 80% should be the maximum limit for you all. So the next strategy, save and grow. Don't just store money. We all store money inside the cupboard below the blanket and we all feel that this we will save, we will save, we will use it for a future. Okay? But we don't have to store, we have to grow that money. Money needs to work, and if it is not working, it is just waste because it is just a piece of paper. A 10 rupee note will not have any value after 10 years because of the inflation which is growing at such a high rate. It doesn't matter how much you save. What matters is how disciplined you are in your savings. Because discipline bridges the gap between your goals and your results, what you will achieve. Start saving when you receive money and not what is left over. Many of us, what do? Once we receive income, we first do our spending and everything, and supposedly 2000 is remaining, we will keep it inside the cupboard that this is my saving. Now next month you planned a trip. You don't even have that 2000 remaining. 2000 is short for you. What will you do? You will remove that 2000 and use it for your trip. We all go through this basic lifestyles, right? So this is the problem when we save from a leftover. There is no discipline, Some month you will save, some month you will not save. There might be some months where you will save only 100 rupees, some months 2000, and there will be again no discipline. So what we all have to do, set aside your amount for saving. And if you are not able to do that, there are solutions. Automate your investments, automate your savings, that every month when I receive my income, if I receive it on first date, on second or third, or even latest by fifth, my money auto debits for savings and investments. This will be like a disciplined saving, and this will be like non-negotiable factor. The amount would be fixed, and this would be actually like a habit of brushing your teeth. Is that negotiable? No. If we ourselves don't brush our teeth for a day or a two, we ourselves don't like it because it is non-hygienic. So automate your savings, and you have to save from the start and not from the leftover. The next comes, study money like your life depends on it. I'm not saying just hire an advisor and give him all your money and just trust him blindly. No, that would be like the last option. Before that, I would suggest you all study money like your life depends on it. And actually, trust me, your life actually depends on it. Because in your school, you are not taught what compound interest is. What are investments? In your school, this is not taught. So, what we have to do is, the greatest enemy of financial freedom is not the lack of money. We all complain that we don't have money, but the problem is the lack of knowledge. And you can learn at any age. Today, it doesn't matter if you are 30, if you are 40, if you are 60, or even if you are 80. What matters is your willingness to learn. One new lesson per week, one financial term, one principle. They are very simple things, but they can actually change everything. And trust me, friends, money is like an army. It's either disciplined or it can rebel, and you are the commander in chief. So, the way you will control your money, in that terms, only your money will go and your money will act. Write down your monthly income, calculate how much is 70%. Take action, because without action, there is no result. It's better to start small than not to start at all. Then comes, plan your money before it leaves you. Find a purpose. Where will your money go? You have to find a purpose, set a goal, that where should this money go? Because if you don't tell your money where to go, it will disappear. Financial freedom begins with a notebook, a pen, and just a small habit, that before a new month is beginning, sit down and write that where did all your money go in the past month. Take charge. What if the and now what you means, many of us might be feeling that what if my income is unstable? Every month my income is not the same. Many a times I earn this much, many a times I earn many, there are freelancer jobs. So your income is unstable. I would say plan even for the unstable, because friends, it's very well said that a bad plan is better than no plan at all. An unstable income is just an excuse. It's in fact, it's a call for a greater responsibility. When more income is coming, don't just spend it right away. In fact, make that surplus work for you. If any month you receive some bonus, what we do with that bonus? Do we spend or do we invest? Write it in your chat box. You receive Diwali bonus, or supposedly if you're a businessman and you're receiving some higher profit with some specific order, what would you prefer doing with that money? Spending it or investing it, saving it? Yes, I want the answers on the chat box. Please give true answers, what you actually do. Don't give answers to make me feel impressed. Yes, so I have an answer of invest. Others, feel free, it's okay. I myself spend it, so that's fine. Savings, okay. Spend, yes, I like that true answer. Spend, 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 spending. We all get very happy that we have got extra money. Let's spend, let's buy this. We had certain dreams and I wanted to buy that, but I was lack of money. Now I have surplus money. So let's buy, let's buy. Invest, but also spend. And that is the lovely answer what I was waiting for, Nirmala ma'am. Yes. I'm not saying no to spend. Whenever you receive a surplus, spend, but don't spend it completely. The way you have bifurcations in your income for savings, investments, and spending, whenever you receive a surplus, do the same bifurcations in your surplus. Don't just be restricted that I have to invest only from my income, not from my surplus, not from my bonus. No. Whatever perks you receive, have some percentage from it also to spend as well as to save and invest. So that will give you a better pathway to financial freedom, extra savings, and you will be able to live at par during the inflation phase. Mostly spend, invest little. Actually, that is the reality what we all do. So, lovely answer. Then comes create assets, not just save money. You all might be saying save, 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 but only with saving money we cannot be financially free. Because money by itself, it doesn't give financial freedom. It must be turned into something that works without you. Many of us think, well, I'm not an investor, I don't have enough to buy or to invest anything. But an asset isn't always stock or real estate. I'm not talking about that. An asset is anything that brings you income or value over time. Skills can also be an asset. A small business. Maybe you have a spare room and you can generate income. Maybe you have time. You can teach others, impart knowledge, and start charging for that. So, passive income. So, create assets with which you can receive, you can earn some passive income. A very well known personality, Jim Rohn. He started with buying books. He started turning that into knowledge. He started reading, he gained knowledge. He turned those knowledge into ideas. He turned those ideas into products, and then he learned to invest in teaching others. And with that teaching, he started creating workshops, paid workshops. That was all about his passive income. That income again turned into capital. He started saving, he started investing. And that is the cycle of power. Just by creating assets and not just by saving money. What we are doing on our daily basis, our business, our job, our profession, that will stop at a certain age because those firms will not accept you after your retiring age. What after that? Will you have enough savings, enough investments that you will live your retirement phase? No. So you should create some asset, at least one minimum asset, which can give you a certain limited, meet a minimal passive income or a side income. You can just create an additional stream, see your friends, see at an old, and one advantage which you will be having at an older age is your experience, which others will not be having. Just if you structure your experience in a right way, you can create an asset. We all must have heard this quote: rich people look for opportunities and poor people find excuses. This may sound a little harsh, but it's the bitter truth. Someone says, I'm too old to start a new business, and just another person starts an online store, a new business. While someone puts a $50 in an envelope and another invested in a book that changes their mindset and earns thousands. The difference isn't in the age, the difference is in the mindset. Many of us are afraid to lose. Many people fear investing because there is a risk. I will not say that no, there is no risk. Of course, there is a risk because investments are market affiliated. But remember, the biggest risk is doing nothing. Inflation will eat up your savings. Life gets more expensive. And if you're not growing, you are actually just losing. So, smart risk is not a problem. In fact, it's a required part of growth, it's a required part of your financial freedom. So take risks and take it smartly. Keep personal finances records. This somewhere relates to your first point. Learn to live on 70% of your income. That is when you will be tracking your income, and keep personal finances records. If you are not tracking your finances, you are actually not in control of your life. Tracking is actually a mirror which you may not always enjoy looking, but when you will look in the mirror, when you will track your expenses, you will realize that, oh my god, I'm spending so much and I'm not saving anything. What will happen of the future? So we all don't like to see that mirror. Just let it be. Now I'm spending, I'm enjoying, it's okay. Why should I maintain records? Because when you maintain record, it shows you your bitter truth that you are not preparing for your future. You are only living, you are only enjoying, and you are only spending and spending and spending. So it is very important to track your monthly income and expenses so that you can control your unnecessary expenses, and it can give you a better clarity about your expenses and where you need to control them. So keep personal finances records is very important. The last one, think in terms of legacy. Instead of asking how much will I earn, ask yourself a different question. What will I leave behind? Financial well being isn't just about a comfortable retirement, it's about the mark you leave behind. What kind of culture you are passing to your children? because they do what they will see. Spending philosophy, saving, investment habits, will they inherit or no? Now I know that many people think I don't have much to leave behind. I am barely living my own life. What I should leave behind? They will themselves earn and they will live by themselves. Now, in this generation, we have started developing this mentality where you see about your own self first. It's okay. You don't want to leave money, don't leave money. But at least leave a mindset for your children. At least leave a saving habit for your children. At least leave a discipline for your children, so that you can leave a system which can set an example, a principle for your children. If your kids will know that how you have lived, how responsibly you have lived, that you invested in knowledge, you thought strategically, the kids have already inherited something powerful, and that legacy will last longer even than any paycheck. You give them a check of money, they will spend and it's done. But if they inherit certain qualities from you, it will remain with them for the lifetime. Moving ahead, I have already explained you the strategies of financial freedom, that how you have to handle your income, track your expenses, save and grow, and so on. Now I'll give you 5 tools of financial freedom, that what is actually needed. You all might be hearing a lot of things, that take insurance, buy this, take this, invest in mutual fund, buy gold, buy equity, and so on. I will give you just a short one-page plan where are 5 things which are required as an investment in your life. A sufficient term insurance plan, where you take an insurance and you receive the money even if you're alive at the maturity. Sufficient health insurance plan, or we say mediclaim, which actually helps when you're hospitalized, because when you're hospitalized you will not realize that the amount is too big and it will be difficult for you to arrange that money. In fact, the insurance companies give you the money which you have already saved. That money is yours only. But when we take up these plans, it gives you a clarity. It keeps you lined up that, okay, you are investing somewhere, you are preparing for some emergency situations in the future. Because when that situation arises, you will not have those enough funds in your own hand. But when you give it to someone like insurance companies, it will be an assurance that, okay, when an emergency turns up, my money is there with them. Which will I get it? Emergency funds you need to build up. These are the certain cash amount. I will not say that invest all the money you have. Yes, I agree that some emergency funds in the terms of cash is also required in today's time. Investment. Start investing. You're already investing. That is lovely. Make sure, are you increasing your investments on year to year basis? Because inflation is increasing. In fact, on a quarterly basis, it is increasing. India's GDP is increasing. Are you at par with that? Your expenses are at par, but are your investments at par with that? Rebalance your portfolio, check your portfolio, start your investments. And as I had told, create an asset which is an additional property. It can be a outhouse or a farmhouse or a small asset which can make money for. Now, I want you all to understand that why do we invest in mutual funds and stocks? Can I just know from you all, how many of you all invest in mutual funds or stocks? Just put a yes or a no in the chat box. Yes, yes, yes. No. Yes. Okay. So let me show a mirror to you all, which will be common for you all as investors. Supposedly you have invested 10 lakh, maybe in mutual fund or in stocks. The value became 8 lakh because the market was not performing well. What will you do in such a situation? Can someone unmute and just share that what will you do if your money has reduced from 10 lakh to 8 lakh? Top up. Lovely answer. Someone has told top up. That means that the market has gone low, so I will invest more because now I'm getting more units. The value has reduced. So, a very positive thinking, positive mindset, and that is lovely. Top up. I hope you actually do that. We all know that we should top up when the value goes down, but what we actually do, I will tell you. Either you will redeem at 8 lakh, but that is the worst scenario. You will wait when that 8 lakh becomes 10 lakh again and you will redeem. You will not wait any further because now you are scared that your 10 lakh had reduced to 8 lakh. But now at least I need the money what I had invested. So as soon as it becomes 10 lakh, we all will redeem it because now the fear has developed. Now one more scenario. You invested 10 lakh and it became 20 lakh. It has become double. Redeem. Okay. So what we are doing is we are investing in mutual funds and stocks only and only with the purpose of redeeming. Now I invested 10 lakh. It's been 4 years and it has grown only to 12 lakh. Now my mindset says, array, it's been 4 years and only 2 lakh gain. So of no use. And I redeem. What we are lacking here is purpose. There is no purpose when you are investing. There is no goal. Have we ever thought that after 5 years, I'll need 20 lakh for my child's education? He's very much interested in higher education, so I will need 20 lakhs. So I have to invest with that purpose, and we have to know that if I need 20 lakh after 5 years, how much do I need to invest today? Now, this is about financial planning where you will need a financial advisor who can suggest and who can make a customized financial plan as per your age, as per your goal, as per your needs. Because what we all are doing, we all are investing with the only purpose to redeem. That as soon as it increases, we will just get wealth, we will just get money, and we just redeem it. We invest only to withdraw, and the purpose, the goal behind investment is lacking. So, we all need to work out here. We have to set a goal, we have to set a purpose before we make some investment. Just because my friend is a financial advisor and he told me, अरे SIP करना चाहिए बहुत अच्छा है सब करते हैं तू नहीं करता SIP. Just okay, I started SIP. Okay, so do it 1,000. No, that is not the way you have to invest. Just because I am saying save, save, invest, invest. No, there should be a purpose. We all invest in gold. Do we track returns? No. Why do we invest in gold? We have a belief that it will go up. So we invest in gold. But in mutual funds and equity, we need a purpose. Belief is not the thing, and we often track, we keep on tracking that how much returns we have gained. But we should make sure that when our purpose is achieved, when our goal is achieved, when we have reached to that 5 years down the line, when I want those money, that is the point of time when you have to withdraw the money. You have to control your emotions where you are when you are in the phase of investment. This topic has actually a more depth in this. Maybe we can keep some other session for this. So where we can actually understand an investor's mindset during the investment phase. Certain tips for financial freedom, just to summarize the 7 strategies which we discussed about, and I hope it made sense because it is actually the truth which we all are going through and which we all are living it. Goal based long term investment, we all have to focus on long term as well as goal based. Don't think that financial investment is complicated. And when will you have that belief about financial investment? When you yourself start studying. Start studying little bit, start knowing about financial freedom, what is it all about. Only then you will be able to trust some financial advisor. Otherwise, you will always lack trust and you will not be able to invest. Even if you have a lots of money, you will invest only little because of the fear factor and because of the lack of trust factor. You feel that what if that investor is not trustworthy? What if my money goes down? What if he eats up my money? So it is very important to get financially literate. First, you yourself study about financial freedom, then go on the path of financial freedom. Always have a trusted advisor. There are many applications. I know we all just invest. They show you some suggestions that this fund is good, that fund is good, and we blindly invest. That is not the right way of investing. If you don't have the knowledge, go to someone who has a knowledge. Do the right asset allocation. As I already told you about the tools, don't only focus on stocks, don't only focus on investments. 5 things are important and they are important, so do the right asset allocation of your money. Get yourself involved in the investment decision. So as I told you, yourself must also be involved. We all know about SIPs, which is an investment of a mutual fund. So SIP is actually like relationships. You have to invest on good days as well as bad days. So the most important tip for investment, even when the market is doing bad, even when the days are bad and the market has broken and the market has gone down, when your returns are in negative, you have to stay invested. Be disciplined in your investing. Just think about your investments, about your SIP like a relationship. We often feel that my monthly investment is going on when the market is going down. You might feel that no, now I should stop this monthly investment. It's gone a very negative. Now I cannot invest more in it. No, that is the time where you have to keep your mind strong, your decision strong, and be stable. And just remember this, that this investment for me is like a relationship. If there are bad days of a relationship, you will not break that relationship. When that bond is important to you, you will put in extra efforts for that relationship, right? So treat your SIP, treat your monthly investments like a relationship, so that you can have a mindset that I have to invest in this, be it a good day or be it a bad day. So, yeah, thank you so much for your time. You all were a lovely audience. Thank you so much for your active participation. As in, when I asked question, I received, I think, almost 90% of the responses out of all the participants. And I hope I could impart some knowledge or maybe some empowerment that you all can take some action towards your financial freedom. Thank you so much. And once again, thank you, JCI Triprayar, for giving me this lovely opportunity and lovely platform to prove myself. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. If anyone has any questions regarding the session.
Hello, good morning, Vidhi ma'am. First of all, congratulations on your engagement.
Thank you.
One of the takeaways that I am taking is legacy building. That is a point that has been very effective. We have also seen from our experiences of our grandfathers and uncles, they have taught us a lot on how to save, how to manage money. So that is something that has reflected and stuck with me. My question is, most of us overspend because of, I feel, emergency spending. uh, we things we do not budget for, things coming out of the box, all those things. So according to you, how can we manage or get hold of this emergency spending habit? How can we manage it? Can you throw some light on it?
Yeah, sure. You're actually right. Many a times, what we feel is that I'm not able to invest because I have a lot of emergency situations at my home, a lot of medical expenses at my home. So, that is where just ask yourself, are you compromising on your lifestyle? Just ask yourself that question. And if that answer is a no, so that is somewhere you need to work on. That if your medical expenses, if your emergency expenses are more, somewhere you need to compromise on your lifestyle today and save that money for your future so that you don't need to compromise on your lifestyle later on. Right now, you are earning an income, but later on, there would be no income and still your lifestyle will go on. So, how to live comfortably in that phase? So you have to compromise on your lifestyle today. So is that valid what you feel?
Yes, ma'am. Other than health
Yeah.
also, means health, okay, we can manage it with the insurances and all. But other than
Right.
that, some other, for example, a staff gets injured, or a friend asks for some money for any emergency. All those things, we cannot budget that, but
Right.
ultimately it ends up eating out our savings. So that is what I wanted to.
That's right. Yeah, that cannot be budgeted, and that is something we cannot say a no also, because that is somewhere we need to maintain those relationships. So no doubt, yeah, that is possible. Those situations arise, but still, I would say that should not compromise your investments. That is why I'm saying that you should keep your investments automated, that your money has already gone into the investment, so that you don't have an option only that now I have this much amount, what should I do? Should I invest or should I spend? You should not have an option only. So automate your savings at the start of your month. It will give you a better clarity and a better spending.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
So I have a self assessment for you all. Since like we were short of time, I didn't take up that. So I have like 10 questions of different financial areas of your life. So I will share those in the group. I just want you all to self assess. Just analyze these questions and rank yourself on the basis of 1 to 10, that where do you stand. So this will be a bit takeaway, something from my end, which will help you to take an action and take the first step towards your path of financial freedom. So I'll just share that. Just make sure it reaches to at least all the participants who have attended this so that they can have a self assessment.
Yes, ma'am. And I had a doubt. For someone who is starting to earn in their 20s or early 30s, How can they start in an effective, simple way in investing,
Okay.
saving?
Okay, the best way now, since you have just started earning, I'll share my own experience. So, 4 years back, when I started earning, so I'm into the financial planning field. I studied, I did my course, then I started the job of financial planning and financial investments. So that is where I got a practical knowledge, and that is where I realized that why investment is important. So I'm sure you might be already knowing that investment is important. But now how to start when I don't have knowledge? So firstly, start reading and start gaining some knowledge that what is financial freedom about, what all are the investment options you have, where all you can invest. Just get some literacy about it. If you are not 100% confident, check out some financial advisor. Maybe a friend, someone you can trust, or maybe your near dear ones, someone in relatives. I'm sure, I think these days many people are into this. So go and get some guidance through them. If you trust, then start investment through them. Otherwise, at least get some guidance through them. And what you can start investment is monthly saving, which is called SIP, Systematic Investment Plan, and this is into mutual funds. So supposedly monthly you are earning 10,000, 15,000. Start investing with just 1,000 rupees. Mutual funds has a starting amount of 100 rupees as well, just 100. But many people are not aware about that. There are many funds which accept 100 rupees, 500 rupees, and majority of the funds start with 1,000 rupees a month. So that would be the best easy investment which I had started 4 years back, and my portfolio, touch wood, has grown like very nicely because every year also I have done top up. So same way, I think your salary, you might be receiving an increment every year. So you should increase your investment every year. And right now you just have to start small because you have just started earning. Start small and then slowly you can increase. So SIP would be the best option for you right now.
Thank you, ma'am. Sirsha, ma'am.
Thank you, Madam President. And ma'am, it was a wonderful session. So I just want to ask you any books which you can refer, which is like we can read, which is simple to understand this SIPs.
SIP specifically, like
Yes,
investment. Okay, so I'll just send it in that PDF along my self-assessment takeaway. I'll just
that's
mention the
fine.
names of the books as well, specifically like for SIP, for financial freedom, for investments like that.
Because someone
Okay?
who wants to start up initially, like what would be the best way to self learn? Because we come across
Right.
so many things on net, also in TV,
Hmm.
blogs, everything. So it was so confusing, The one
Yes.
just to have an acquaintance with money, the relationship between money is very important. Like you mentioned, to understand the relationship, you need
Yes.
to understand the basics of it. So SIP, um,
Right.
basic thing what you have mentioned. So maybe the
Yes.
book when we read, we connect like as if we are talking to an author. So that would be helpful. Thank you.
Sure, ma'am. I'll do that surely. Yeah.
Nice of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sirsha, ma'am. If anyone has any feedbacks.
Thank you, Vidhi. It was a lovely session and an eye opener also. Like you said, we all know things, but application is lacking. Yeah.
Yes.
You're from JCI Marine Lines?
Yes, ma'am. I'm from JCI Marine Lines,
Yeah.
Mumbai.
Only chapter in Bombay, I think. I don't think there's another.
Yeah. No, the only chapter, yes.
I have come and taken a training in Bombay for Marine Lines. Long,
Oh,
long,
that's lovely. Long back. Okay.
long back. I'm from Bombay myself.
Oh, that's nice.
Mhm.
Thank you, Nirmala, ma'am. And thank you all for being part of Skillsprint session 47. Today's session reminded us that financial freedom is not a distant dream. It's a journey that begins with clarity, discipline, and right mindset. A heartfelt thank you to our trainer, JC Vidhi Vaghela, for simplifying important concepts and showing us how small steps can create long term abundance. Your insights on habits, planning, and smart decision making have given us practical tools we can start using from today itself. To formally conclude, I warmly invite our junior JC chairperson, JJ Karishma TS, to deliver the vote of thanks.
A very good evening to everyone. On behalf of Skills Sprint, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all who made today's session Abundance Awaits Your Path to Financial Freedom truly meaningful. First, our sincere thanks to our trainer, JC Vidhi Vaghela, for sharing her knowledge with such clarity and practicality. Your insights on financial habits, planning, and abundance have given us direction and confidence. We are grateful for the time, energy, and passion you brought into the session. A warm thank you to all participants for your active involvement. Your engagement is what keeps Skills Sprint growing stronger each week. Our appreciation also goes to our organizing team, Vice Presidents JC HGFC A. Siddesh Shashidaran, Director JC Savit Velil, and the entire Skills Sprint team for coordinating everything and ensuring a smooth session from start to finish. Thank you once again, everyone, for being here today. Let's continue learning, taking small steps, and moving closer to financial freedom. Have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you so much, JC Sitesh sir, for the smooth coordination and smooth event flow. It was very much lovely. Your efforts are appreciated. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am, once again. Wishing you each a future filled with growth, stability, and confidence. Let's continue learning, improving, and moving closer to life that we dream of. So the learning never stops. See you all next week for the next sprint. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.